Hello and welcome to the Hutchinson Veterans Outreach Program. Today we are here with Catherine at Angel Reigns Stables, and we're going to be doing kind of an update program and introducing you to some people that have been coming out here and spending some time out here and what they think. So Kathy, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Lisa.
I hear you have a lot of different things that have been going on. 2 new horses.
Yep.
Pumpkin and Cashmere.
Yes.
So can you tell me a little bit about their story? And
Sure. About 6 years ago, I rescued Pumpkin and Cashmere, sister halflingers. They were very underweight and not well. Brought them home, got them healthy, and then donated them to a program, a therapy program, and it was necessary to bring them back home. So now they're here in their forever home, and they're already doing some good with healing. They're pretty cool horses.
now, I also hear that you've gotten a little bit bigger.
Thank you.
No, not that way. Land-wise.
Yes. Since we talked, we actually did make our down payment. So we have 25% down on the 10 acres next door, and we're working towards getting the rest of the land and then putting up our facility. Yep.
Okay, so you've got both the facility and the land still yet to go to.
We do. We still
get
have
some-
to raise funds for the rest of the land, and then of course the facility. But it's
Okay.
coming, little by little.
Little by little, and anybody out there that can help, we definitely appreciate it. I wanted to have some of your residents here
Aww.
come on and talk about maybe some experiences they've had or things that they've had happen to them out here. So if you'd like to just introduce yourself and if you'd like to talk.
Sure, I'll get this party started.
There you go.
My name is Andrew. I've been coming out here. This is my 4th or 5th time coming out here. I'm coming from the Nest and Sauk Center. My biggest thing coming here, what I was looking for was I was looking for something that was, I'm in recovery, I'm an addict, and I'm looking for something that is a little different for recovery-wise that I haven't done before. And I was told by Mike about this place, and he asked me if I wanted to come out, and I said, well, first thing in my mind was like I wasn't real sure, so I was a little uneasy. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I thought maybe I was going to come out here and get a crack the whip, and I was going to get to put to work right away or something, but I didn't know. So coming out here and being able to sit down and drink coffee with all these great people that I've come to really appreciate, it was nice because it's not a classroom. It's not anything. It's somewhere where I can come and I can relax. I can get to come out and see these horses and get to interact with the horses, which is something different. It was what I'm looking for. And it's really been a great time. And like I said, it's about my 4th or 5th time out here, and I feel comfortable enough now to where I can walk out and I can go talk to the horses. And I've kind of clicked with one named Angel. She's, I really like this horse. She's a great horse. She gets me, maybe, I guess you could maybe say, I
Yep.
don't know. So it's just a wonderful, safe place for me to come once a week and let my shoulders down and just talk with friends, and the 4-legged kind and the 2-legged kind, and eat cookies, drink coffee, and I really enjoy it here. So I'm really excited to see how it's going to grow, and then the 10-week program that they're working on. I'm really excited for it. So it's a great place to come and grow and learn about other things that are not so conventional,
Exactly. Well, I'm
Alright.
glad you could be here. I'm glad you could be on our show with us today.
Absolutely.
Would you like to?
Sure. Hi, my name is Jason. This is my 2nd time out to Angel Reigns, and I was fortunate enough to meet Kathy. She's an amazing woman doing great things out here, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. And I love horses. I've been able to go out, pet, comb, and get close to a few horses here, and they're warm and loving and bring out something inside of me that you don't feel often all the time. Thank you very much, Kathy.
Hi, I'm Mike. So I've been coming out here since about August 30th. I think that was the
Cowboy
first
church.
Cowboy church, and not big into church, not in the conventional sense. You know, where I find God's where I find God. So I was reluctant to come out here the first time, but I did, and I stayed out in the pasture with all the horses while they had their sermon, and I really felt connected to the earth, the universe, to God during that time period. And I met one particular horse that I kind of developed a bond with since then. That's Hope. And the first time I met Kathy, she came out with her camera phone in my, was it a camera or phone? But I was getting filmed and interviewed by Kathy the first time I met her, and she had asked me if I had worked with horses before, which I hadn't, and she saw something in that relationship that I had with the horses and their trust in me, which made me fortunate enough for her to invite me out and start taking lessons that Wednesday,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact. And I was fortunate enough to work with Abby Schramm, who's a great trainer, and we started riding Hope, and eventually got to the point where Hope and I are really connected. She did a lot of amazing things. We weren't sure what she knew how to do. I didn't know how to do anything. I was just trying not to fall off the horse. And we ended up riding this whole routine down in the arena, bareback with just a halter and reins, or the lead rope fashioned as reins. Ended up within an hour, got her used to a flag, and found out that she could neck rein too, which Abby helped me learn how to do all that. And it was a successful routine, and Hope and I have developed such a bond that when I take her out, she's out there waiting for me right now. She's often when I come up here, she knows I'm coming, and she's waiting right there. And then like I don't even need the lead rope because she just follows me.
Mike, can I interrupt?
Yeah.
When Hope was at training at Abby's, she suffered such great anxiety in the first week. She almost took down the railroad tie fence. She lost her mind. So we brought her back home. Decision both the trainer and I made, just to let her get grounded and where she felt safe. So we really just have this very anxious horse that we're just gonna love. We didn't know that she could do anything. So went from that to him riding her bareback, neck reining, doing all these amazing things. It was kind of a mutual trust because she trusted Mike and felt comfortable enough to show him what she knew. And so she was able, I thank you, because I saw her shine through Mike, and she trusted you.
Yeah. So I've pretty much been coming out here at least once a week since then. There might have been a couple weeks that I missed. And I try to help Kathy with chores when I do come out, feeding them. There is sometimes I'll spend the weekend right here in the tack room so I could work with the horses a little bit more. And it became such a decompressing spiritual experience for me. It was somewhere where I could really find some peace and just kind of decompress from a lot of things going on in my life, because I have a lot of anxiety issues too. So when I come out here, I can let go of that. And I got to the point where I really wanted to start sharing this, because a lot of times people from the nest would come out here, but it was during Cowboy Church. But I wanted to share it with people that I was close with.
Yeah, so I started coming out, and I would invite somebody out here who showed an interest in the horses, because we have a couple at the nest. And if they showed an interest and they kind of got along with those horses out there, then I would invite them out here. And Kathy would give us the opportunity to ride some of these guys who hadn't rode before. And that was a good experience too, because I got Hope riding in the arena with another horse at the same time. So I got her kind of used to that whole situation and environment. And I just wanted to continue sharing that experience so that other people feel it. You know, if they came out here and they could feel it, then they could recognize that healing and experience that decompression also, and that lowering of anxiety and just being able to connect with something real.
Exactly.
And that doesn't talk back.
Yeah,
Or say
well,
That really does help.
that's the thing.
really
the
does.
horses don't have an agenda. You know, a lot of
The
times-
horses take you for what you are and what you're, for what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
There's no
that's-
judging.
No, no.
And then a man named Joe Sikorsky, who unfortunately isn't here right now because he's down in the cities. He's got some appointments. But we started coming out on Fridays, and we would just come out and hang out with Kathy and have some coffee. And we thought that, it'd be kind of a cool idea to bring another one or two guys every time and let somebody experience this too. So I always called it coffee with Kathy, but she likes Friday with friends. So we've been coming out here on Fridays and hanging out for a couple hours and go and visit the horses, brush them. I still like to put a halter on Hope and take her out and walk her around just so we can stay connected and keep that relationship going. And it's just something that I look forward to every week, because with a lot of things I got going on, this is kind of my downtime. I can just relax for a couple hours.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So it helps you to find peace.
Oh, it definitely helps me to find peace. It helps me stay grounded and centered, and it's like a breath of fresh air. So then it gives me that energy to get through the next week.
And from what I understand from Kathy, that also is kind of the same response the horse has with you.
Yeah.
You help her to stay grounded and to stay calm.
He does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all for having me.
I found Kathy. Actually, she had come to do some research on some granting, and I had met her that way. And I knew that there was something special about Kathy. I knew that there was something special about Angel Reigns, and a few months had gone by. And I was looking for an avenue, an outlet for my youngest daughter to be able to have that connection, time, and healing with horses. My girls grew up with horses, and I just know the healing power that they have, both physically and spiritually and mentally. So I reached out to Kathy, and we connected right away. We've been coming here for a couple months now, and each time we come, it's usually a Friday, it's so rewarding and so fulfilling to be here and just discuss everything that's happening in life. It's therapeutic, and it just re-energizes and fills your spirit, fills our cup full of coffee to, start a new week. And so it's just been rewarding for us to come and be here and to have an outlet for my daughter to see the horses and not even realize the healing that's happening for her when she's here. So.
And Carmen, what's kind of fun is we're so different in age, but we connect so great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about coming out here?
Yeah. Favorite thing, the community that's built here. You just feel like home the first time you come out.
Aww.
Feel accepted.
But I do want to explain, just as far as masks are concerned.
Right.
Most of you people all hang out together to begin with. So you're like in your own little family setting.
Absolutely.
I do have my mask on because I'm the one that's coming from outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to make sure you guys are protected and
Thank you.
things like this. So it's I don't want to make people think that, okay, well, if you come out here, there's going to be a mask invasion, or why aren't you wearing masks?
Right,
Or,
no.
the object is to help people wherever they're coming from,
Right.
to wherever they want to go to.
Exactly.
The horses are not going to care. And a lot of times I know you spot outside with the horses.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know.
We're outside a lot.
And once again, I want to reiterate that most of the horses, if not all the horses, I believe, are rescues.
10 of the 13.
10 of the 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they kind of know where rough times are coming from.
Oh, They do very much. It's always fascinating to see which horse picks whoever. When I heard that Angel, our blind horse, picked Andrew, that was pretty cool.
Yep, I agree. Made me feel awful good, that's for sure. Because I was freshly out here. It was my second time out here, I think it was, second or third time. And to come to find out she was blind, I was like, first thing I said was, well, that's why she came up to me. But I think we just, I don't know, felt something or saw her or whatever. Give me a big old horse hug. That was pretty fun. I've never had a horse wrap their head completely around me before, just out of the blue, so it was nice.
That is so cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Did Pumpkin hug you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I came out here.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
They do that. And Hope, oh my gosh.
I know a lot of times in different programs, it's like the person always picks the animal, but here it almost seems like the animal picks the person.
Pretty much.
So it's somebody that the animal can relate to.
You know, that Cowboy Church on August 30th, Melanie from the Nest came and got me because Mike was up with the herd. And she said, look who's with Mike. And it was Hope. And she was freshly brought home from a kill lot in Texas. And Mike, weren't you just in Texas?
Yeah, I'm from Texas too, so.
It was really cool. The horses, they do pick.
So you both had to come up here from Texas.
Yeah,
That's a long way to travel.
we both
But it sounds
very
like
similar environments.
sounds like you're both in the places that you need to be.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And I made a bond, you know, that's a permanent bond. It's
Exactly.
eternal, you know.
Exactly. Animals, once they bond with you, they don't ever forget.
They do not. They'll forgive. They don't forget.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's also really cool about horses, I think, is they live in the moment. You know, they truly do. They're not worried about tomorrow. They just enjoy the day.
And they don't care about yesterday, which is a really great thing that I think we can all kind of
Yeah.
learn from them to, block out some of the past and,
Yeah.
deal with right now.
And you know what? I'm watching. How many more vets are out there? 5?
4.
There's others here. They just don't want to be on the camera. But it's just fun to know people are out here relaxing. There's a gentleman here that we're hoping he'll build our facility. We're really excited about that. So it's just neat. Neat place to hang out.
Yeah, it's a growing community, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. And two, with building the facility, you do need funds.
Of course.
You know, and I know this is a very worthwhile place, and it shows in the people that go out with the horses, and it shows in the horses.
It's good.
You can see that. So yeah, if there's people out there that can need, to get some help and actually come in and see an animal, be around an animal that can grow from that experience, it's absolutely terrific. But if somebody also has funds that right now they're not sure what they want to do with, this would be a great place to donate.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
Kathy is 501c3, so she is a nonprofit. And so it's tremendous to see how much growth is happening just in the short amount of time that we have been here, in the 2 months, and things are just starting to grow and continue to grow with the program that is going to be starting here really soon. Did you want to share the name of it?
The Pegasus program. Yeah.
The Pegasus program. So then that's going to be programming that's going to help the vets. It's going to be programming that will help the women that come over here that are healing from sex trafficking, from from terebinth, and so.
I'm going to interrupt
Yeah.
because I'm excited. We have 2 licensed therapists that want to work with us.
Very nice.
Yeah, they're getting familiar with our Pegasus program, and therefore, I'm not a therapist. The horses are, but that doesn't count. Anyway, so after our meeting, then they can go to one of these therapists, and they'll be familiar with the program, which is, again, not conventional. It's just based on real, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of cool.
How long is the Pegasus program, and tell us a little bit more about it?
It's a 10-week program. Week 1 is an introduction to the program and an overview of it. Introduction to the herd.
introduction to the group, what they can, what the
Expect.
participants will
Yeah.
expect to be doing in the program, what's expected of them, and
Which isn't too much. It's
Nope.
just smoke over there and be nice.
Yep,
So.
yep. Yep, yep.
Each week has a theme,
Mm-hmm.
and do you want to share that? For instance, courage,
Yeah.
fear, anger.
Yeah.
The last one will be forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So it works them through a 10-week where it starts out really getting deep into those feelings of why they're in the program, and then it works them through all of that, ending on a note, and I can't honestly remember what the last one is.
Oh, it's
but
a graduation celebration.
Yep.
But the cool thing is we actually have lessons with the horses.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the horses are going to help people learn more about themselves.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
like you were saying, Andrew, feel safer
Right.
interacting with
Right.
others.
Well, it's a intro to putting it towards actual people who do talk back. So it's just a good way of practicing everyday life occurrences that you run into, where you can go talk to the horse. It's not going to say anything back, obviously, but then it preps you into how you can see. It's almost like practice. It's almost like a practice run to know how to express your feelings to somebody else when the time comes, because holding things in, as we know, is not the best thing to do. So it's teaching us how to express our feelings. Firstly to the horse, who knows, because they can feel what you're feeling just from you touching or petting or talking to the horse. So it's a prep to be able to control those anxieties and fear of groups. Let's just say fear of being in a crowd of people. That's going to help you to be able to do those things. So it's like a prep.
So yeah, one of the things that I experienced myself, I had only a little bit of a backstory about what Hope went through, but I felt like I knew without knowing, and I still don't know because I'm okay with that. But I felt like I understood her and she understood me, and so I wrote this letter to a horse, and
Beautiful.
it was basically, I was telling a story of what she went through and how her trust was broken and how she went from a place of love to not understanding what was going on, not feeling love, the anxiety that goes with not being able to trust anybody around you, and then our meeting and our bonding. But what I realized in that letter was that I was really writing that about myself. And because our stories were so similar, they just meshed like that. And so that was a huge step. It was a huge breakthrough for me to be able to start to trust again and to be around other people. Because I
And
was very
sometimes just
isolated.
to be able to start to trust, you actually have to admit that you have a problem
Yeah.
trusting.
That's true.
And I thought, this letter was just about the horse. I was telling a story about the horse, but when you go through and read it, and share it, then you start to realize that it's about myself.
Horses
So
will
it's
know.
huge.
Yeah.
And Hope could feel it too, because I read the letter to her, and she was getting, remember that day?
Anxious.
She was getting really anxious, and Kathy's like, you should maybe stop.
It was getting to be a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Hope was telling me it was getting to be a lot for Mike. Mike didn't know that,
Yeah,
I don't think, until you learned.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool what the horses can do. And the nice thing too, the horses don't hang on to it. They need their downtime. We do not operate 24/7. The horses come first here, and I will say that, because if they don't, they can't help heal.
Exactly.
So they get their downtime. They don't hang on to it, but they'll help people process. and let it go. And there's different techniques called grounding and different exercises we actually do that help people learn more about themselves. And the horses just bring it out, that's all. It's pretty cool.
Now, with the program, I know that's got to bring up some extra fees and stuff like this too. So can people actually like sponsor a vet to come here?
They can. We're just updating our website. Yep. We have lessons with Abby that can be sponsored. Of course, they can sponsor a vet at the program, but we don't say no anyway. So that's just how we roll here.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great. 'Cause-
If you can't pay, it doesn't matter. You just come.
yeah. Sometimes there's, those people that can't afford it, but then there are sometimes that people have the income and aren't sure what to do with it or where a good place is, and this place really does have a lot of heart and gives a lot away, to people who need it, both to the horses and to the people, the vets, the people that come in here that have been through human trafficking.
Yeah.
Those are some major issues that people have to deal with, and for somebody to come and say, hey, listen, if they can help financially, I think that'd be fantastic.
It's a great place. Very good place.
Thank you. It's amazing to watch the survivors' anxiety go down when they're here. One actually told me, Kathy, when I'm here, she had like court dates facing her and fines and all kinds of stuff, jail time. But she said, I feel like I'm 12. I'm 12 years old and I don't have to worry about anything. And at that time she was with Cowboy a lot. And many people think Cowboy's their horse, which I love. He's got a lot of people just thinking that's their horse and that's how it should be. But it's pretty cool when you can give the gift, not me, but the horse, to these women that have literally been through hell. So when they can feel safe, they cry into their mane. I see it. They hug the horse, and the horse hugs them back. There's no judgment. They're just there for them. It's pretty cool. And then we have Cowboy, who is a character, and he makes a lot of people laugh. And it's fun to hear people who are so stressed let that go and laugh. And he will bring that out. Yeah, and Gideon.
He was trying to unzip his coveralls today out there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Chewing on his zipper, trying to...
And here's the thing, like, it's not just on a personal level either, because this affects the community in general and society at large, because my personal experience is spent a lot of time in the United States Penitentiary, and I became very hypervigilant. It's a very violent environment all the time. And so coming back out into this world and trying to fit into that and change, I mean, your brain literally gets wired differently to survive in an environment like that. Same thing with the women who are coming from trafficking, vets coming back from combat. I mean, your brains just get wired differently. And so in order to fit back into society out here and to be able to have a good experience, have good relationships with other people, I mean, this is a good starting point to help someone's brain start to rewire in a healthy, positive way.
Exactly.
Just from the grounding.
Exactly. Sometimes we just need a little love from somebody who won't talk back and won't judge.
That's my favorite part.
Which
That's my
the
favorite
horses
part.
are great for that.
And you know, as their steward, I'm so grateful that people are loving them and accepting them, because many have been in situations that were awful, horrible. And so for them to have somebody hug them, brush them, love them, give them treats, I'm so happy for those horses. They're being loved. You
Exactly.
know? There's never too much love.
It's kind of like a full circle ranch.
Yes, that's right. It's cool.
Well, I want to thank you all very much. I really appreciate you having us on here again.
Oh,
I
love having
appreciate
you.
your stories and
Thanks, you guys.
your
Sharing.
conversation with us. I know we'd like to continue on, and
love
I'd
it.
like to come back out sometime and
course.
maybe catch up again, see where you've
For
gone,
sure.
and
For sure. Yeah.
keep people reported and let
Thank
people
you.
know what's going on.
Thank you very much.